Check. 1, 2, I am live. What's up, Blend Logic family? alot here. I have streamed this live because I have to record the intro, outro, and my thoughts on the latest Keys to Success, who's going to be over no one other than Simon Sinek. So if you guys have been following me, it's November 28th. I don't have my watch on for some reason. Let me get that. And as I've been making live content, I figure I might as well just post as much as possible live so that you guys can documentation and accountability for myself as I build this agency, as I build my business, so that anyone inside knows what I'm working on, right? So I had it planned in my toggle. I'm actually running kind of late. And again, I'm trying to always be executing on the stuff that I plan to do. But yeah, I've been putting off this Keys to Success for a while now, and I'm trying to be more accountable of holding myself okay, what can I outsource or do, bring onto the team, and then what am I bringing to the table by running Blend Logic Designs? And I think a big part that I have to execute on is keeping up with this motivation and this mindset and the why, which, speaking of which, great book by Simon Sinek. And so if I know the why in my head of why I'm doing this, I need to continually make content and execute on that to showcase to you guys basically why you should do it too. And so I figure since I'm going to be recording it anyways, I might as well do it live so that you guys can see the process of maybe for the next one.
Castle, and I'll say go forward with your...
For the next one, I will do a stream and I'll do the whole thing live. But I have a live stream I set schedule. I try to hit at 12 o'clock. So I have to just do the intro, outro, and my descriptions of it. And then you'll see in the final production of it, when I go back and edit, I use Resolve, how this and what you see on the screen behind me will be turned into the final product, which is Keys to Success. So for those of you watching who don't know, I just realized my thing is bad. I'm on Twitch right now. So those of you who don't know, Keys to Success is a thing that I've been building where I want to document the muses, the mentors that I've had, and the mentalities that they do that have shaped my life and helped me build the business. Get to the point where I'm at right now, where I'm able to go in front of the camera, go live. Regardless of, I think there's value to be added in free form association. Some people might not like that, but some people may see it and be like, "Man, I wish I could just talk off the cusp like Alan does." So someone I mentioned today was saying how I'm quote unquote a natural in front of the camera. That's the first feedback I got from someone who has started watching my content. And I'll say to that the same text that I sent him. And again, I think the power of how you guys leverage social media should be to see full transparency. That I just told him look, I've been practicing this for a while. I don't think there's no such thing as natural. And so, yeah, I feel like I have to leave breadcrumbs for people so that they can get to a point, if they want to, where I'm at. I get to work from home. I get to actually work from wherever. I validated that when I made my live stream last Friday in Augusta. And yeah, it's always for me about the mission of breaking down barriers for people thinking of what is and what isn't possible. So the aim here is this stream, before I go do my Facebook group stream, is going to be talking about Simon Sinek, the video you're about to watch. So I'm going to do a quick intro. I'll probably do an intro, and then I'll speak about the points in order, and then I'll do an outro. This is just an introduction for you guys on the stream so that you could see the process of it being made. Right, so whether or not I send this to my team or edit it myself, I just have to keep executing and keep documenting. So anyone sees this live is okay, hopefully what they take away is that I just executed every day, did what I was supposed to do. So I'm gonna get a sip of water, I'm gonna do my intro, and we'll get started. This is not the live stream that I'm gonna be doing for the Facebook group. I'm gonna still do that at 12, but I have to knock this out, and then I gotta interview a video producer at 5 o'clock. Besides that, today my plan is to just execute and knock out a bunch of stuff I have to do. So let us get started. I'm going to do the intro, Simon Sinek. I actually didn't write anything for the intro, so thanks to anyone watching this live. You'll see that this is different from my previous broadcast that I typically have the QA or the questions and answers that you guys can ask questions. But because I'm using this content to go into a YouTube video, I've taken that away. So let us get started. Hey, how's it going, guys? I'm going to redo that. Hey, how's it going, guys? alot right here from Blend Logic Designs. Today's video on keys to success is one of my favorites, Simon Sinek. Now, I actually included the TED Talk that changed my life. When I first heard of him, that was the first video I had watched. And as I've dived deeper and gotten this content that you're about to watch, you can see the evolution and progress that he has made as a public speaker and as a book writer. And so I have two of these books I want to share with you guys. One is Start With Why. The second is Leaders Eat Last. Two books that are pivotal for me that have helped me get the mindset right for launching my business. Hopefully you guys get some value from this content. And if not, because first off, I think Simon Sinek is great. Go watch all of his videos. I list the sources below in the YouTube descriptions. But I'm also going to leave links to these books. And something I've been building for Blend Logic is a book club where people who maybe don't have time to read the whole book, or maybe people who like my insights on things, can join that book club. I'll do it every other Friday live, and then the replays you could get in the baseline. So I thank you guys for being in that program. But essentially, dude, Simon Sinek's the man. Hope you guys enjoy this content, and let's get started with number one, break the rules. Okay, so I think next time when I would do this live, I would watch the whole video, but the video is an hour long. So with the day I have planned, I can't watch the video and do it live in one take. But the next time I do keys to success, you'll see it. So, all right, guys, just like the other break. All right, guys, just like my other keys to success, I like to break down what that video was talking about and my insights from it. So the thing I always like talking about in Break the Rules is that some people will always see the problems in life, and some people will always see the solutions. And one thing that I want to help you guys encourage and build up and manifest in your life is that there's a good book, not from Simon Sinek, but it's called See What Others Don't. And basically, if you could combine the teachings of that book with another book that I've also read called The Alchemist, basically, I think some people's role in life is just to be that positive vibe. And I think that's something that I've manifested in my own life that I want to share with the camera. Guys, this has changed my life for real. Is that, dude, if I could take everyone's negativity and then instead of giving back negativity and the saying misery loves company, I'm like, dude, well, maybe there's a solution. Maybe, we could try this. That's something I want you taking out of this video from Break the Rules is that basically, guys, if you're able to do that and you do it effectively, you can make people start seeing the solutions to their problems, and then hopefully with enough encouragement and motivation, which is basically what I'm trying to do with Blend Logic, you can make people start solving their own problems. And I think that's a very powerful thing, is that, at the end of the day, my vision, my goal for Blend Logic is to help people come up with the solutions themselves instead of having to realize on exterior factors. So that's my take on Break the Rules. Hope you guys enjoyed. And again, something cool that I've been doing is I've been doing live streams. So those of you watching this on YouTube who are used to my keys to success, be sure to keep up with my live stream schedule and check out my Facebook group, check out my content. Basically, if you want to see behind the scenes. So I'm actually streaming this live November 28, 2018. I streamed me recording the intro, outro, and basically what you're seeing here on YouTube. If you think that's cool to see how it's done and then see the final product, that could really help inspire you guys to make your own content. Thank you. Yeah, get that free flow association, guys. Anyone watching this live, this isn't going to make the final cut. I will edit this out. All right, let me see here. The next one, train your mind. Look at this face he has. I'm going to leave that as the background. All right, guys, I really hope you're inspired by Train the Mind. I want to give you some insight I had from one of my clients, Anthony Haskins, who is a life coach who worked under Dr. Phil and under the PNP specialist, psychoneuroplasticity. So that's really amazing stuff that they have done there. And I wanted to leverage the insights that I had working with him as a client, as a friend. And basically, guys, it's like once you start practicing training your mind to see positivity or training your mind to see things that others don't, it's like a very positive thing that you could always reframe any of your shortcomings in life, right? So for me, I have reframed, not executing as fast as I had to make it a strength, right? So I always tell the story of how I had the camera in 2015. You start seeing me do a huge YouTube, Facebook, all this live stuff in the end of 2018. Right, so before I would always think like, oh man, I'm sitting, I'm waiting, I'm holding back. And now I've reframed it in my mind. I've trained myself to be like, okay, there must be other people who want to do YouTube or thinking about doing YouTube. And if I tell them the story of how long it took me to start getting the confidence to do it, that should empower them, right? So it's really funny how you could take anything that is bad about yourself, and if you show the process of you overcoming it, then other people who think that's a problem and holding them back from executing, living the dreams of their life, that is now a power. That is now your strength, right? The same way where I said, like, one of my live streams, I talked about how I used to not be able to speak properly because I had an overbite and I had to take speech therapy, right? So even now, if I slur my words and stuff like that, it's like, okay, I've explained. Like, I had a messed up jawline, all that stuff. And it also ruined, I don't know if you guys have been watching my live streams, I do a whiteboard consultation sessions. So when I have bad handwriting, it's because they pulled me out of English class so that I could learn to speak and communicate. All right, so something that I used to think is a weakness, I now turn it into a positive mindset. I'm sure you guys have something that you could think about that is similar. Hope this video and my insights have helped. Leave comments below, please, if you want to share with the group of overcoming your, what is the word I'm looking for? Overcoming your losses. See you guys there. Be patient. So anyone watching this live, the way I'm controlling my screen from my MacBook is I use this thing called TeamViewer. TeamViewer lets me remote control my desktop, which is behind me. So that should help you guys out when you guys are producing content. And for those wondering, so when I made this content, I had already watched all of the videos, right? I'm going to leave sources below. It's like maybe over 4 hours of content. Took the content, cut it up into like this series that you're watching, also with the help of someone online called Evan Carmichael. Probably ripped it, but hopefully he doesn't like come at me with that stuff. But basically it's like, I feel like this is fair use by taking what he's done and then adding my own spin on top of it. But you should definitely check out Evan Carmichael. He's doing a cool thing. Your One Word. I have yet to get his book. My bad, Evan. But yeah, all this stuff you're seeing right now that I'm filming live, it's probably not going to be in the final cut. But I wanted to share with you guys because it tells me there's 2 people watching online. So thanks for you guys watching. Appreciate you guys, fam. And I guess before I get into the next thing I'm going to talk about, you have to understand, like, the reason I want to film live is because there's a model in my head of a business model that works, which is called television. And when they film it in front of live camera audiences, right, that's a proven model that you don't have to spend so much time editing, right? So I would remember the times I spent editing content, and I'm just like, there has to be a better way. So for me, the solution is I have to get better at filming live. So now you've seen me execute on that solution of me practicing. Right, so if I just film this, right, if I just film this content, film it live, there's no reason for me to even make edits. I just say, okay, here's when I started, here's when I ended, boom, let's get that on Instagram. And if one of my interns is watching, I don't know if he is, basically, like, the edits you made, man, they're pretty good, but in my opinion, there's issues with making so many cuts that it makes you seem like you couldn't get a coherent thought. And I know we're trying to fit it into Instagram in 1 minute. But yeah, I think it's better to just like find 1 minute of like pure flow. It's better to show flow on Instagram than to make it fit something you're trying, like a narrative you're trying to fit. So you'll see when I do that, when I rework your personal brand ones, like basically look at my old Instagrams and how I did it, and then like try to build up or get that eye for like what is Instagram content. And I know you're just getting started. I know there's a lot of work to do. But yeah, just something that, if you want to take it to the next level, bro. All right, do I have the thing behind me? Be patient. We'll get started with the next one. 1 minute of pure flow coming up. So he just texted me, so he is the one watching. Again, anyone watching this live, this is not the live stream that I typically do. This is me recording. I have a series called Keys to Success where I break down successful people better than me that I've learned from that have helped me execute on this point. And you are seeing the process of me recording it, and then I'm going to go edit it, and then you'll see the final product on YouTube. So again, like, and the point of me saying that is so that you guys see, like, dude, no one is making me do this, right? There's no team behind the camera, like, telling me what to say. There's no team that edits it, right? If you guys want to build something of a personal brand, the only thing stopping you is learning it yourself, right? There's no reason you can't learn DaVinci Resolve. There's no reason you can't learn Final Cut. There's no reason you can't learn marketing. There's no reason you can't, like, all these things are barriers, limiting beliefs that you guys have that are stopping you from making your own brand. And I am in a position, I think the way I'm executing it is to just show you guys, like straight up, like, it doesn't matter, right? And hopefully by showing it live, you see me mess up, or like you see that it's that, like, I'm not messing up that much. It's just like a single take. So that's the aim. What's the next thing? Be patient? I don't even remember if I said that. I need to get better at this. I'm pretty sure I didn't. Be patient. So I took notes. I'm trying to remind it before I go into it. Guys, number 3, be patient. I'm glad that if you made it this far. I want to give you my personal insight from my mom, who is a doctor. She basically has told me as I've been growing up, and I went back to Augusta this past weekend, and we were talking about how I'm growing my business and how I'm finding things with certain adherence to, I guess you could call them, mindset shifts that I want to give to my clients besides just, a website or digital marketing. And I think I wanted to share this with you because I think it's a mindset reframe that will really help you guys in life. So when Simon's talking about being patient, I think there's too many people who just assume in their head that they think their ego tells them that they're good, and that if they just immediately make YouTube, that they'll just get the successes that, I don't know, Simon has on his YouTube or Evan Carmichael has on his YouTube. And something I learned from my mom talking about medicine and me thinking about my time being pre-med is, like, dude, there's no hacks, there's no Instagram hack, there's no Facebook hack, there's no YouTube hack, there's no shortcuts, right? So something you'll learn, hopefully in life, you've already learned this, and if not, analyze your life and think back, is like, dude, if you're going to be a doctor, right, you have to learn so much and keep up with continuing education. And I remember seeing my mom, and she would study, like, these pediatrician journals and all this stuff, like falling asleep at night with, like, the books she's reading. And I remember it's like, now looking back on it, I was like, dude, I don't want to be a doctor because I don't want to, like, work all the time, and I don't want to be, like, that doesn't seem like my life. And then now I look back at that same thought, that same experience, and I'm like, okay, I kind of get it. So, like, to be that level of clout and, like, the respect that doctors get, like, there's no other way than executing, reading, keeping up with the latest stuff. Like, you have to, like, that's what it takes, right? If you any of you guys want to be doctors, like, go shadow a doctor. And then there's things that you won't see that a doctor does that I feel like I have to share with this on this YouTube video. It's like, dude, I watch my mom, like, fall asleep every day, like, reading books or studying medicine to keep up with it, right? And then she would basically tell me, like, look, if you're going to be, like, a general doctor, right, you can't just learn, like, common colds and flu and stuff like that, right? If you're trying to be the best doctor there is, like, you got to learn everything. And I think, sharing with us, whatever your guys' journey is, I find that my craft, my area is making digital marketing and strategies that, even with motivating you with Simon Sinek's talks and my own personal insights on them, I hope you guys start taking it, whatever craft you guys have, even if it's not digital marketing, you guys can take it to a level that no other human has done before. And that should be exciting for you to do crafts and take it to that level if you guys want to. So if you're ready, you just have to be patient and you just have to grind. Boom. Got him. Live stream fam, what you guys know about that Madonna song, Material Girl, dude? Too good. Take accountability. Let go. All right. Guys, I think this one's an important part. It's called take accountability. So I'm going to continue on that medicine thing because I wanted to share more teachings that my mom has taught me throughout my life, and also like other doctors and stuff of that nature. Is that, you know, when I was in medicine, or when I was pre-med and I was like doing research studies at Emory trying to solve cancer, right? I kind of found out that like a lot of what medicine is, and don't flame me YouTube if like any of you guys are doctors, but what I interpreted and what I saw was that a lot of it is just like testing and like seeing if it works, and then you have clinical trials and you have public trials, right? And you're trying to minimize impact that like could harm people, but you have to test and see and verify. And I want to say this in part of the take accountability, because basically, you know, when you have your pure intentions and you're trying to help people and solve like actual issues in the world that everyone has struggled with, there's going to have to be a part in your life, in your business, where you are testing and experimenting so that you can find the solution, the right concoction that people need. And so with everything I'm doing here with Blend Logic, you have to understand, like, this is years of me constantly testing, like not just in the camera, but off the camera, with my friends, with people I network with that I text and I say, hey, does this angle work? Does this angle work? Because once you start treating it that way, that everything is like, you know, you should be experimenting and be held accountable for the experiments that you're running, then there's no outside factor that's going to be like, oh, that's the reason why I lost, or that's the reason why I couldn't make it, right? When you start saying like, okay, the only reason that I have the money that I have, or the success that I have, or like, it's all relative, right, is because I didn't do the, like, I didn't do the experiment, right? I thought about it in my head, but I didn't like follow through. And so that's something I wanted to share with you guys for this and taking accountability. It's like, dude, no matter what, you have to understand, like in medicine, and translate this to your real life, is that we learn from bad clinical trials. We'll say, okay, we can't do that cancer treatment because XYZ people died, and that's too much people dying, right? So you learn from that. So when you start seeing it like W's and L's are wins and learns, right? That's a reframe I have. Hopefully helps you guys out. It's like, dude, okay, there's no reason why you shouldn't try something, right? You will gain experience. You will gain things that only firsthand experience has, and you have to take accountability for the things that you do in life. So hope you guys like that one. Let's go on to the next one. Outdo yourself. Yo, so I just watched another one. Lean startup, build, measure, learn. What up? Hopefully you're taking markers on this. Hashtag truth. Hashtag truth. So this one also comes from Kobe. There's another Keys to Success series. I'm working on making the second series on Kobe. I need to get some coffee. So I'm going to put the BRB. And I'm going to take a break. Oh, look, the chat's up, guys. Be right back, fam. 2, check. 1, 2. What up, fam? We still live. I'm back. I got my coffee. Let's go. Oh, man. Starbucks. Too good. So, I hope you guys understand, like, by showing a live stream of me recording it, it should really help to the next generation of content producers, motivators. Like, you'll see this recording, and then you'll see what I put in the final edit, and you'll be like, okay, so, like, something I do that I've done in the earlier Keys to Success is, like, I've taken cuts that I could easily have said, like, or I do say, right, in one flow, and I cut them on purpose, or I zoom in, right, I turn the zoom magnification up, and then I go back, and it's because, like, right now with society and how people engage with content, like, they need that. Like, they need a visual cut because, I don't know, they're scrubbed. They're not scrubbed. They're just not there in their journey yet. I got distracted because someone messaged me. He said, live stream markers aren't working. Yeah, so maybe you guys search that on Google, man, and see, like, as your role as a video producer, why you can't make markers. But you did it last time with the slash markers, so maybe I think on your personal account you have to enable live stream markers, or maybe there's something I need to do from my standpoint. But yeah, I'll get that looked at. So, yo, keep using Slack, dude. Let's not use WhatsApp. All right, I'm gonna get into the next one, and let's keep going. How to help people learn, only playing infinite versus finite. All right, let's do this. Yo, guys, I don't know if you're getting chills from that, but that one, like, really resonated with me. That hopefully you could tell from my energy levels. Like, dude, I'm pumped. All right, so I want to give you my take is that when you're getting into building a business, right, there's either, like, you looking at what everyone else is doing, or you looking at what you did yesterday and the day before and the week before and being like, dude, how can I outdo myself, right? And there's going to be a new video I'm going to be talking about Kobe Bryant, Keys to Success, Volume 2. If you haven't seen that, check out the description below on Volume 1. But I'm going to talk about some Kobe's latest videos, and he talks about it's always about outworking yourself. And I want to bring that in because one of the things that's helped me get to a point where I'm at is, like, seeing that, okay, not only does Simon Sinek do it, but Kobe Bryant does it, and Michael Jordan does it, and all these people have these, like, key correlations of, like, why they are the best at their craft. And so if I take that and I'm like, okay, I've internalized it, let me internalize it, let me manifest it in my own life, then hopefully, right, I could get to some level of success that they have. And so, you know, that's my mindset right now is, like, dude, I like, before I was doing Keys to Success, I wasn't doing it live. My goal is, like, do everything live. Like, everything I do, live vlog it. Like, make content available for free. Or show people how I edit, right? Or show people how I built a team or built a business and documented how to edit like I edit. Or if you're better than me, then you make the documentation, right? And I guess to also add on that, there's a good book from Ryan Holiday called Perennial Sellers. And it's this idea that you build stuff to last, or you build stuff that's timeless. So once you start thinking from that mindset, instead of, I think most people operate on a thing where it's like, okay, what can I do that's good today? And instead start thinking, like, okay, what's something that I could say and do that will be around for a long time, right? And so for me, tackling these issues of, like, self-confidence, of doubting yourself, of, like, not having self-actualization has been around through the history of, like, documented mankind, like, books or whatever. And so it's like, okay, so this has always been a problem. So how can I help in my lifetime? I've been, like, born 1990, so I have this opportunity to help my fellow man at this time. So whether or not you, like, if you think that's big thinking, then, like, you need to read some other books, like The One Thing and stuff like that. But to me, it's like, now that I've internalized it, I feel like continuing these principles of success, these keys to success, such as consistency, working on my craft, studying books so I can help you guys learn, getting better at reframes, or helping you guys reframe it in your mind. You will pick up on these habits that I have manifested in myself, and that I 100% believe that you could do the same thing if you just work on it, right? If you practice speaking in front of the camera, if you practice, helping people. Like, you'll get used to that idea that it's not about you, it's about helping, and you'll see your business grow. And so that's my best advice for you on that takeaway from Outdo Yourself. Steven Pentiato's birthday. Outdo yourself. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Stack the deck. All right, guys, I think this is very important. Just like Gary Vee says, your 5 people you surround yourself with are the people you end up being. Basically, to take on what Simon Sinek said about stacking the deck, if you work with people who want to work with you, or you build an environment where you have the opportunity to thrive, that is how you get success, right? You're always wondering, like, dude, how do those people make it? How do those people get there? You have to have boundaries and say, like, dude, if you're too negative, like, you can't roll in my posse. And that's just the way it is, right? That's how I've gotten to where I'm at. And it doesn't matter if it's family, brother, mother, cousin. Like, I just say, like, hey, here's a concept I'm experimenting with. It's kind of difficult. And I just had a thing with my mom where they didn't take me back to here in Atlanta, so I took a shuttle here. And I called her now. Like, my parents know that I love them. My family knows I love them. But I have to execute on radical candor, which is basically something that Gary Vee just talked about, which is a book. And it talks about, how you have to operate in life is like, there's one thing to, like, read that book and be like, oh, I'm going to be stern with my parents or stern with my family. And then there's one thing to, like, actually do it. And so I'm sharing my experience with you guys on YouTube, on live stream, that, look, like, you want to be an example, and you want to, like, if whatever you have, the visions you have in your head, like, there's one part knowing stuff and there's one part executing on it. So you have to basically, as they call it, stack the deck and be like, dude, if you're trying to be this, whatever you're trying to be in life, like, you have to execute on these ideas that, you have to have boundaries. You have to surround yourself with people who are going to support you, or who are about seeing the solutions and not the problems. And that's one of the reasons I left corporate. There's too many people I met who I say, like, how's your job going? How's stuff going? And it's the same thing, or there's, like, some complaint. And I'm just like, I can't be in an environment, even though I get money from it, like, it's not worth it for me to, and I know that sounds like, thinking about it now, it may sound kind of weird, but hopefully you guys building your business can relate or resonate in your life, and maybe look back on this video and be like, I get what Alan was talking about. That is stacking the deck. Living in a material boat. Be the last to speak, which is, oh my God, almost like this, what he said in this book. Guys, it's almost like the stuff that he's paid publicly to say is stuff that he's been repeating for years and years and years and years. That's kind of funny. I'm going to use that in the intro. Alright, guys, I think that's a very important thing, and it also comes from this book, Leaders Eat Last. So if you guys haven't picked up, there's several things that I picked up from the same source, and it's actually from Usher. And Usher has a brand where he helps business owners get motivated. And so that source is called, I guess it's like, I'll leave it in the links below, but watch that whole video, because he has 5 rules that he leaves in life for success, and I think I've only included like 3 of them. So you definitely want to check it out. It's in the link below. But yeah, to build on that, be the last to speak, like, really important stuff that he talks about, and like, it also comes from this book, Leaders Eat Last. One insight I want to share with you guys is, like, if you guys aren't fans of Simon Sinek, or what, if you see what he's done with him speaking Usher, him speaking at TED Talks, it goes back to the other teachings in life about life is about reps and sets. So this isn't related to eating last, but it's just like my own bonus takeaway from it. Is you'll realize, like, dude, when he wrote this book, it's the same things that he's saying on all of his conferences, at all of his stuff. And it's the same stuff that actually was a reason why Seinfeld was successful. Because he talked about that he would write jokes and would write a new joke every day, and then would go to a stand-up club like stand-up comedy club and just practice and see like, okay, did that joke work or did that joke not work? And if you guys want to be public speakers, like it's the same thing. Like you have to, or you want to be a book writer, you have to write content and then see if it works, right? So in today's world, I would write a blog, see how, like, post it to all your families and friends, and see if any of your blog content or your concepts in the blog content get positive feedback. And then with that, you can start building momentum and start getting encouragement, and then you'll finally write your book that you've been thinking about writing for a long time. And if you want to be a public speaker, do what I'm doing. Go on live stream, record content, post it to Reddit or anything you could get posted to, see if anyone likes it, right? And you have to be willing to put yourself out there to get feedback, to see if what you're saying is good or not, right? And so my advice to you guys, if you're trying to be like Simon Sinek or any of your muses that you may hopefully see and keys to success, you know, it just comes with practice. So leave comments below on, you know, who you want to see next. The next one I'm planning is Kobe Bryant, and then I'm thinking about Post Malone, and I'm thinking about Snoop Dogg. But yeah, guys, highly stress the importance of just like experimenting in practice. And one thing I want to talk about in terms of be the last to speak is, now that I've been expanding my business and growing it, it's like it's just like what Simon said, or Simon Sinek said, which is also a game. Simon said, basically, guys, it's like if you listen to what everyone else has to say first, one of the best things that I find is, this was hard for me to develop, but it's you have to put yourself in their shoes and see where they're coming from. Because I think I was guilty of this, and I'm still am, and I'm working on it. But I have to get better at seeing the other viewpoint. And I've shared with you this story of basically like when my sister got her laptop stolen. I would think back to, I was raised Catholic, and I guess to paraphrase this, because this is going long now for keys to success, but basically you can check out my stream if you want to see the full details of the story. Being raised Catholic, I would always have the perspective and say like, okay, so why would someone be in a position that they feel the need to like steal, to break into a car and take something? And so the mindset I've built up in my mind is to be like, they must need that more than I do. And like to be in that position to actually go through those actions is like, you gotta have like empathy for them and feel like, and really be like, use that as motivation to be like, dude, like I'm in a good spot where like I have to make YouTube videos, or I have to help raise the vibration of society, of, you know, what I'm doing here with Blend Logic. So if you guys are afraid to get on camera, get on YouTube, I hope any of this stuff works. You know, feel free to call me up, chat me up on consultations. I highly encourage you guys do, because, you know, if you're watching this and you resonate with this, I believe there's something that you want to do in life, that you want to do something big, and maybe that your surroundings aren't holding you back, right? And I want to be and create that environment for you to make that artwork that you want to make, right? So encourage you guys to hit me up. Guys, look at that free flow association. I'm shaking. Sometimes I say stuff, I'm like, damn, shit good. Damn, that shit's good. What up, Facebook fam? So for those of you who just joined live, I see some people are watching. I have this series called Keys to Success, where I break down books, or not books, but people who have written like awesome stuff, and I break down 10 keys to success. It started off with like 5, 6, and now I've gotten to a point where it's like, okay, I need to do 10. And so I record an intro, outro, and some parts about it, like my thoughts. And now I'm at a point in my life and my business and my confidence where I just film it live, and then you will see the end product on YouTube, which is, I mean, you could watch the other ones I've done. But like for Kobe and for Steve Jobs, I never recorded them live because I would like think that I wasn't ready to record live yet, and I'd have to edit them. But now I'm at a point where I've practiced live streaming that's like, you know, full confidence in my practice and my flow. So what you're watching right now on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch is basically me making the intro material. And technically I'm running late, so I gotta cut this up. Basically, I have a Facebook group where I do live streams almost every day, and I try to hit you guys with, Monday is business, how to build your business. Wednesday is how to do sales and marketing. And Friday is how to do like break down other people's success, similar to keys to success, but they call it funnel hacking in the digital marketing world. So appreciate you guys joining. This has been me recording the intro, the outro, and my thoughts on each subject. So right now I am on number 7, be last to speak. And I don't know if you guys, oh, you can't see my screen. Basically, it's a 40 minutes of Simon Sinek talking, and I'm going to give you my thoughts. I took notes earlier when I made the video, and then I'm going to cut this up and put it in the final version you see on YouTube. So let's talk about be authentic. Hey, what's going on, YouTube? So if you guys don't know, I do live streams on this group called Digital Marketing Ballers. I also have content on me recording this live. So if you guys want to see behind the scenes, I encourage you guys to check that out. But now I'm going to talk about what you just watched, be authentic. So I think this is probably like the highest level that you could do from a sales and marketing standpoint is be able to go on YouTube Live, Facebook Live, and just speak your truths, right? Tell your audience where you're at, what you're trying to do, where you've been, and why you're doing it. And it's funny, like the teachings from Start With Why is also what you could see him executing on in his internal frameworks. And so one thing I took notes, I have 3 notes I want to share with you guys. In terms of being authentic, it's similar to what he said with like people putting tattoos from Harley Davidson, is that when you build a brand and you showcase like, look, I'm just one man and like building it, right? Like there's illusions or frameworks in people's head that businesses were started from something, like businesses are people, right? And so a lot of times people think they can't do it because there's like, they just can't understand the concept of like being a leader, so to speak. And so if you guys are watching this and you have that mindset, you have that vision, and you think like, okay, I could do just what Alan's doing or what Simon Sinek's doing, I encourage you to read his book and keep on trucking on. Like there's ways that you can say it better than I can or say it differently that will resonate with people. And in terms of digital marketing, it's called attraction methodology, where basically the symbols he talks about, it's like, this is what I stand for, right? But there's a reason why I put the apple here, right? Because I believe in what Apple started as like a visionary of that. If you think you could make it happen, you will buy Apple products. Like, not to sound vain or anything, but basically it's like, but the idea, right? It's in my head. That's like, okay, like I could do it. I could build it. And so I try to execute. And for me, it's like, it's a symbol for myself, right? Like, of course I know that I could get a better Windows PC. I stream on my desktop, which is a Windows. But for me, it's a reminder that says, hey, dude, a dude named Steve Jobs he did build a successful company on this idea that you can think differently, that you can make your dreams reality, right? So it's not really for Apple. It's for me to remind myself that I can do it too. And I hope that by me building this content out for you, this is like one of the first times I've done it live and then edited it, is that you guys can manifest that in yourself. This idea of you could be authentic, that you could be consistent, that you like that blend logic hopefully can be a reminder that we're just people, right? Everyone on earth is just people, and they've just executed and just put in the work, and that's it. There's no like golden spoon. There's no last name that you wish you had, or royal blood. It's just execution. So that is me being authentic to you, and I hope that you guys share your story on YouTube, on whatever medium you guys choose to do it on. There's people out there who need to hear your message, and I encourage you to start. Thanks. Guys, the funny thing would be is none of this recorded. That would be the funny thing. Number 9, find your passion, guys. This is the TED Talk. All right, guys, I hope you're getting inspired. You're getting lit by Simon Sinek. I want to share with you guys my own personal story in finding my own passion. So I didn't always run Blend Logic. I worked corporate for 5 years, being a programmer and analyst, and then becoming a business consultant. And always in the back of my mind, I always had this passion for basketball. And I remember like there was times when I would be working in consultant, and I would go on the job boards like Indeed or stuff like that, and be like, dude, is there like I know business intelligence now, I know SAP, like is there a company that's hiring that would take me, right? And like hopefully is related to basketball. And so I remember like thinking that stuff, and at the time I'd always be like, right now I was doing Blend Logic as a side hustle. And eventually, like, it came to a point with all these books I've learned, with every mentor I've had, everyone, you guys know how you've helped me get to the point where I'm at. Basically, I was just like, you know what? Like, I could build my own business. Like, why am I looking for a company that will hire me when I'll just hire myself, right? I want to hire, like, I want to be the person that hires himself, right? Like, every day, like, it's a weird mindset to think of. But basically, it's like, dude, like, be so good that, like, it doesn't matter what company it is, like, they would hire you. And so I want to share that with you in terms of, like, finding your passion, because when I was first starting at Blend Logic, I actually worked, one of my first clients, you guys know him, Jordan Lawley. I talk about the story all the time. Maybe what I haven't said before is that I worked for free for a year. I built the website. I was taking, like, he was emailing me back and forth on changes he had to do. And to me, it was, like, validation in my mind that, like, that, you know, I've heard before, like, oh, find your passion, be willing to do something you've done for free. And in my mind, I'd be like, you know what, I do actually like doing this. I do like being involved in basketball and someone who I believe in. And he believed in me. And so I think if you guys, like, now that I'm building my business, like, interns, project managers, all you guys in this, like, 100% believe, I mean, whoever watches this, and even if you're building this for your own business, or you're starting to, I guess, get the confidence or courage to do so, it's like, once you find that thing that's keeping you up at night, and, like, you're not worried about, like, how much you're getting paid, or like, right, like, to clarify, like, for me in Blend Logic, I pay based on projects. And I see with the people I interview, and some of them I work with, they're like, so if I'm getting paid by the project, then I should work as little as possible, right? And so I want to share this in keys to success and to share with you guys, anyone who may be watching this who's trying to start their own business or scale, is it's like, for me, what helped me get to my spot is to not think that way. And I know it could sound weird, like, because I'm running a business that, like, I may be, you know, trying to work my employees to death or whatever. But it's like, no, because for me, my encouragement is that, dude, I want you guys to build your own company. I want you guys to do your own thing, right? And I hope that the lesson you guys learn from however long you want to work with me, or if you guys are watching this and want to work with Blend Logic or want to be a client, you know how to reach me. But the idea is, like, dude, once you find that thing, right? So for anyone watching, it's like, dude, I have, like, any of my interns can do whatever they want. Like, everything that I've been able to do, like video designs, make videos themselves, do websites, do funnels, do email marketing. Because I think that there's this whole thing that you could learn. Like, if you are able to learn everything that I could do, then maybe you don't have a passion in basketball and are willing to work for free. But you could go to, like, I don't know, like, or if you do, like, go to NBA and be like, hey, I'll work for you guys for free because I want to be involved in NBA. Or whatever it is you guys have. The answer I found in life on, like, something that could fill the void of, like, that corporate couldn't, is just literally learning something that I 100% believe could add value to any market, to any industry. Like, everyone's going to want to need a website. Everyone's going to want to need, like, digital marketing, and that involves video editing, Instagram editing, and even, like, business building, like setting up systems. So, you know, my advice to you guys, when you guys are looking for your passions, sometimes it might not make sense in the beginning, but if you can feel it, like, I think you only start feeling stuff after you've been doing it for maybe like a month or two or 5, right? Everyone's different, but always be reflecting back and think, like, is this actually something I want to do in the future? And if it's not, then, like, stop doing it. And for me, like, I think I need to be involved in, like, 4 months, and I could get a good feeling of, like, if I want to do it or not forever. And yeah, that's my advice to you guys, is, like, the best way to find your passion is to not be, like, stop being afraid of thinking that you're wasting time, and instead you're investing in yourself to find your passions. And the only way to do that is to get involved and to get started and to go, like, as silly as it sounds, you have to go through the motions and then look back and think, like, did I like this? And I think people just aren't reflective enough. So that's my advice to you guys. I hope you're enjoying Keys to Success. Again, let me know in the comments below the next person you want to see. Dude, guys, this last one, start with why so long. So long. This is TED Talk, though. Hope you guys are enjoying this. Anyone watching live, appreciate you, fam. This is how you do it. You guys want to be a motivational speaker? You got to practice being a motivational speaker. Start with why. All right, guys, I saved the best for last, and it's also, again, his book, Start With Why. That video came from his TED Talk. I encourage you to look at his other TED Talks or all his other speakings that I've listed down below. But yeah, guys, this is probably the most important part that you could take to build your business. If anything you took from that video, you could understand why people do business with other people. It's because they resonate with their mission in life. And so today, November 28, I did my mission statement to the world. I made a State of the Union address. You can check it out on YouTube, or basically I let my company know and I let my clients know, like, this is what I have to start doing. I cannot wear all the hats anymore. I have to make content that scales so that I can help as many people that I can. And, you know, to my clients who don't get it, or people, interns who don't get it, or people looking at the outside, you know, I will tell you, like, the team I bring on, I vet for, that I have 100% that they'll carry on the same critical, like, thinking and analysis and care that I do. But there comes a point where in any business, and I'm sure you understand this as business owners, so I'm speaking to my clients right now, is like I've said from the beginning, and I'll always say, it's more than just our interaction as clients. Like, I feel like I'm called to help as many people as I can, because I don't know when my last day will be. So I have to make video content, and I have to share the stuff I've done, and I have to share, you know, my mindset, because I think it could help people. And so for anyone watching this, and, you know, I'm explaining my why, and any of my clients who may like see this and be like, oh dang, I can't like have access to Alan anymore. It's like, dude, I'm making this content because I think that when we've had our business relationship together, you know, what I'm trying to execute on has to be, I think that anyone working with me wants to do it as well. And so I have to lead by example and say, hey guys, this is what's possible if you do live streams, if you make video content. You know, no one's making this content. I'm editing it myself, right? And so I just have to be as transparent as possible to you guys. I know I could edit your websites, and it could take me, I could do it really quick, but I can't be that guy anymore, right? I have to make this content. Anyone watching this on my team, hopefully you guys understand, like, this is what it's about, right? And I hope that you guys can manifest that in your life as well. Like, this idea that, you know, I'm able to learn from, I think you should have multiple teachers in your life, not just from formal education, who will teach you these concepts that, for me, I had to seek out, right? And so the aim with Blunt Logic is so I could put it all in one thing, so that in Keys to Success, you could start making the correlations to be like, you know, just like I said before, Kobe said this, and also Simon Sinek said this, and also Usher said that, and also, right, in a format that it's like, it should start clicking, that the only way to get what you want is to learn as much as possible, and then get like all forms of learning, right? Get firsthand experience. And so when I first started, like, some of my goals were there was people who had these big visions of like what they wanted to do with their basketball training company, with their business or stuff like that. And they always had this barrier that, but I don't know websites, but I don't know this, but I don't know XYZ. And as I've improved my craft, right, there's people coming to me now, it's like, oh, but I don't know how to speak in front of the camera, but I don't know how to, I mean, there's going to be a next thing, right? And so my goal, my mission in life is to share with you guys, like, there's always going to be like a thing you think you can't do, and then there's always going to be someone who's doing it. And if, like, I don't have to be the guy, but whoever you find that's doing it, I want you guys to be like, okay, the way he did it was because he just trained, and so I can train. If that's my mission in life, to, you know, whatever you guys are doing. And so, you know, I think the frame in life you should have is it's not about money. It's not about how much you get paid. It's about how much good you could leave in the world while you're here. Yeah, I mean, that's me being as frank as possible, guys. Like, no one knows when your day will come. And I think if by revealing this to you guys, either on live stream or if you're watching this on my YouTube, that's like the best advice I could give to you guys. Is like, you have an opportunity to leave good in the world. And in my experience with the technology we have, the most scalable way to do that is Facebook, YouTube, and leaving breadcrumbs so that when the next person comes, they can see your video, see your positive mentality, and, you know, not think or think that, okay, I could do what I'm trying to do. And that's it, guys. That has been Keys to Success. I'm going to do my outro here now. I think I've covered all the parts I want to talk about. If you guys want to see whoever you want to see next, please leave comments below. Please share with the group, with the tribe, with the environment that I'm building. I want to encourage everyone to, really take their big dreams and make it reality. And for me, this thing I'm experimenting with making this Keys to Success series is coming from wanting to help. But I can only help you guys if you guys are engaged in the content. It may sound weird, but from my understanding of learning, some of my friends are teachers. It's like the kids who are actively engaged are the ones who get that deeper form of learning. So that's just my attempt at trying to help you guys get what you guys want. I find that once you start poking back, you watch my Steve Jobs thing where he talks about that the world is more flexible than you think, and that if you push back on the world pushes back. I'm just a dude here in Atlanta, and if you leave a comment, I don't know if you guys have YouTube, but basically it shows me all the comments. Right, so if you guys leave insightful comments, leave stuff for the group, I will see it, and I can address you in the next video, or anything you guys have problems with, I can leave a comment or address you. And so that's my hope for you guys, anyone watching this live, is that I'll just be the dude who thought he could do something, and now he's executing on it, right? Because the answer I came up with is that there's no other way besides hard work, consistency, and putting yourself out there. So that has been Keys to Success. The next one's going to be on Kobe Bryant. I already have that scheduled. I'm working on making content for that. But after that, you guys have a chance to see whoever you want to see. And I know before when I first started, I said I wanted to do it every Wednesday, but I started doing a Facebook Live group where I go Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I'm thinking about pushing it to either Tuesday or Thursdays. I don't know. Or I might just do double live streams on Wednesday. So hope that has helped you guys. Be sure to check out the links below. Leaders Eat Last. Start with why. I'm going to leave comments below. I'm going to leave links so that you guys could order. If you use those links, it helps me out, keep my business afloat, and execute on digital marketing. So if you guys aren't aware, those are affiliate links. You guys could sign up on Amazon Associates. It is an alternate way to make money. All right, so I have to be showing and sharing with you guys ways that you can make money online. And so if I didn't do affiliate linking, then how can I recommend doing that to my clients? So that's why I do it. That's why I show it, because some of my clients ask, hey, how can I make money online like you do? Well, I explain the whole system, including this video series that you're watching now. Kind of meta for me putting that in the outro. And if you're watching this on the live stream, that's how it is, guys. So I'm going to prepare for my Facebook group live stream. Be sure to check that out in the link below. It's links.blendlogic.com/IamAballer. And I'm going to be editing this myself, so at this time I started growing my business, getting video producers, expanding, getting interns, website designers. But I made it in my State of the Union dress you could watch on my YouTube. Basically, my personal brand and anything that's my own personal projects that isn't involved with clients, Alan Neferetti, will be the one editing it. So that's my commitment to you guys, so you could see what's possible from a one-man standpoint. Hope you guys enjoyed that video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. All right, guys. Thanks for joining live. That was me recording Simon Sinek's Keys to Success intro, outro, and all 10, and my thoughts on all of them. I haven't posted this video yet, but I have to edit it and post it live so you guys can see how it ends up in final production. I got to do my Facebook group live, so I'm going to take a 10-minute break, and then I'm going to get right to it. Thanks for joining live, guys.